Alright everyone, here I am again, still trying to figure out live, trying to see what all these little things are. My spouse is up there, way ahead of me, way up there. She decided to wear shorts today. She really wear shorts outside. They're good though. But she got them good feet. So she's walking way ahead of me. And she's skinny now, so must be nice. But sometimes she comes out with me, sometimes she doesn't. But she likes to walk too. But she's way ahead of me. And when I told her I was going live, she definitely walk a heck of a lot faster. So I'm out here walking. I'm just gonna do live for a little bit and not concentrate on the walking. So I got to get this blood pressure down. So I ain't trying to be on my blood pressure again. I was on it for like over 10 years. I had high blood pressure, and when I started doing that walking a couple years ago, and I dropped that 60 pounds, and I realized I got off my blood pressure medicine. I was like, it was that easy this whole time. I was like, heck no. Now I'm back on it. Nope, can't do it. So for you folks out there that got high blood pressure, I don't know if this is for everybody. I don't know if it works that way for everybody. But I'm telling you, man, if you can walk 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour a day, for 5 days a week at least, take your day off and just chill, eat what you want, do what you want. Heck, I was eating what I want the whole time. Drinking beer, and I was still losing the weight. My stomach shrunk after a while. I mean, I didn't know it was that easy. And it's not like I was fast walking or running or jogging. I can't do that because I'm in too much pain. My whole lower body hurts. Now my shoulders are starting to hurt. You know, I got a lot of stuff going on with me because I'm disabled from the military. But man, if you can do it, you know, do it. You know, like I said, I don't know if you're going to get off your blood pressure medicine, but it may be lower your blood pressure if nothing else. But try it. Try it. You know, we got up to doing it twice a day, 30 minutes, you know, morning and evening. And we did that. And it wasn't hard. Just cut out some time in your day to do it. And maybe you'll have success too. I mean, it's worth a try. You know, no dieting. Or you can diet. I mean, we poor, so we can't afford to be dieting too, you know. But I mean, you can eat less of whatever you're eating. You don't have to be gorging, you know. But once I found out that I could get off my blood pressure medicine that easy, that's why now I'm out here like, you know, the truth is, it took me about 2 years just to gain back 30 pounds, you know, and I was not here doing anything special, but now I be eating ham hocks and stuff like that, because I do love me some pork, you know, and chicharrones, all that stuff. I do eat a lot of salty stuff, but I love to enjoy myself. I'm 51 now, you know, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let anything stop me from living life. You know, I still want to eat the stuff I want to eat, you know, but I really don't want to be, I don't want to be on a blood pressure medicine. And I'm pre-diabetic, you know, I'm on the, what do you call it? The edge. But I've been on the edge of diabetes for like 20 years now. And I'm not really trying to climb over to diabetic. So I still got to take care of myself, you know, because diabetes do run in the family. You know, and of course high blood pressure running in the family. So I'm out here at least trying to do better. You ain't got to listen to me, but you can if you want to, you know, but try it out, see if it works. Like I said, yeah, my wife wants to start doing 2 times a day here soon, because I think we're in our 2nd week, and I think we might end up doing that starting today. She was talking about it, so who knows. I mean, I'm always going to be in pain, that's the thing. I'm always going to be in pain, whether I'm sitting around the house or not. So I might as well come out here and walk these little wounded knees, these little wounded feet, wounded back. I'm always going to be in pain. And sometimes I have to say the same thing to you. Are you in pain? Are you in pain right now, sitting down, fat? Maybe you're fat. You know, you're riding around in them carts at Walmart. But you know you can get up and walk a step or two, even if you gotta do it in the house. Walk around the house. You know, the truth is, maybe you can't walk a lot. Walk around your house. I bought me actually I didn't buy me one. I used to have a pedometer. But what I did was I downloaded a pedometer on my phone, because I ain't got no fancy iPhone or nothing like that. I got a regular phone, so I downloaded an app with the pedometer. I put my age and my weight in there, and my current what is it, weight, age, sex. I think that's all I asked for. Put all that in there, and so now whenever I have my phone on me, it counts my steps, and then it also tells me how many calories I burned, tell me how many miles I've walked, a few little things, which is nice, so I can kind of keep up, you know. So even when I'm not out here walking, you know, I'm still walking in the house. Even when I just go to the bathroom, you'd actually be surprised how many steps you take just say walking into the kitchen, you know. And it's actually kind of cool. Here comes my wife walking back. She done walked all the way up to where we usually go and turn around, and she's already walking back, and I ain't even made it up there yet. Jibber jabbering. But I'm walking and talking. You ain't seen me stop yet. But even if you just gotta walk around your house till you can get up enough strength to go outside and walk a trail. Hey. Yep. There she goes. Is it Kate's here? There she goes. She's sexy. Anyway, let me walk up to where I need to go and turn around. But, you know, so sometimes you can't get outside. Sometimes the weather... Okay, actually got stuff for these cars. Thank you. Sometimes the weather is bad. Maybe you can't go outside and do your walk. Walk around the house. I mean, every house or apartment or whatever has a little bit of space. If you need to move the furniture out the way and just walk around the house. Walking is walking. You know, the steps are still being made. Your body's still moving. Not to mention, just cleaning your house is a workout. A lot of people don't even realize that cleaning the house is a workout. You lose weight like that. You know, but some people don't want a clean house. I ain't upset at that. But just see, move the furniture out the way for your little activity. And walk around the house, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, and like I say, download the app on them pedometers, and you will see how many steps you took, how many calories you burn. You ain't necessarily gotta go outside, because some people don't like to be outside. And it's understandable. These are just things I'm saying. I've done that before. I've walked around the house before. You know, living upstairs especially is hard on somebody that has knee problems like me and stuff like that. I tell you what, because I used to live upstairs holding on to the railing to get up and down the stairs. Oh gosh, you know. And so some people just don't want to have to come out the house, walk around your house. Same steps, you're still taking steps to steps. You know, walking is walking. You're gonna still burn calories. You know, you still straighten your legs. You're gonna still get what you need to get out of it, basically. Is all I'm saying. Now, I love being out here. It's nice and sunny today. It feels great. There's a little bit of wind blowing. So I love it. And that's all I'm saying. So, hi guys. I see a little wave ahead. So all I'm saying is, if you, and especially if you like being outside, you know, you can go to a park and walk around the trail, or go over and walk around the trail. Be safe always. If you're outside, be safe always. You know, you walk by yourself, walk with somebody, walk with a family member. You know, if you have a family member, also or a friend that, you know, needs to drop a few pounds or needs to get in shape, you know, or they might be morbidly obese, or they might just be disabled, and they sometimes people, they're in pain and they just need a little push. But I'll tell you right now, when people are in pain, they're in pain. They don't need to be pushed, you know. But maybe they do want to do something, but they don't know how to start, and they need your help. Be a good friend, be a good person, help them. It may mean you have to go out there with them and walk with them, you know. But you know, you don't have to walk fast and hard. You know, like I'm not walking fast. You can tell I'm not walking fast. But go out there with them and show. I even, like I said, have them walk around the house. You know, and I have to walk fast. Have them walk around the house for like 30 minutes. Push the furniture out of the way. You know, and help them get started, get the strength up that they need. You know, if they need to sit down in between here and there, have them sit down, take a break. You know what I'm saying? You see people with their little walkers or their little, you know, the little walkers that they sit down on. They can go out there with that and push that and walk. Push that and walk. You know, they can get the exercise anyway. They need to get the exercise. You know, they got their little walking stick. Whatever it takes to get their strength up. That's all I'm saying. There's no excuse. If they want to do it, they will do it. You know, but some people do want to do it, but they don't know how to start. You know? So if you're listening, you know, that's just advice. Coming from somebody that's a disabled vet that got a lot going on, a lot of pain going on in my body. You know, but like I said, all I take is Tylenol. I take Tylenol. I put Voltaren on me. Teragesic, lidocaine. I don't take any opioids. I don't want any opioids. You know, so I make sure doctors know I don't want any opioids because I don't want to be one of these vets out here that's stuck on opioids and my life goes to shit. Give me, Lord. You know, I don't want to be addicted to anything like that. So as much pain as I'm in, you know, I know the pain's always gonna be there. I can't reverse the fact that when I kneel down and I've been knelt down for a while, say 5 minutes, if that, probably not even 5 minutes, and I get up, my knees are caved in because there's literally no cartilage inside there, no nothing. That's how bad it is. You know, I can't reverse that. You know, my knees are cracking and popping. You know, I mean, stuff like that. Like, you can't reverse the damage that's been done. You know, I can't stop the pain ever. I'm constantly in pain. I could be sitting down with my little rocker popped up and my legs are relaxing, but my knees are still hurting, my feet are still hurting, my back sometimes still hurting. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stop the pain, but I do what I can do. You know, I do what I can do. Sometimes I buy Motrin, try to help a little bit, because sometimes, you know, Motrin and Tylenol together actually works pretty good. It helps a little bit more than just the Tylenol by itself or the Motrin by itself, you know. But they don't give the Motrin and the Tylenol together, so, you know. But I used to be on Motrin all the time from the VA. That's all they used to give me, was just Motrin all the time, just like they did in the military, you know. But pain's gonna be there regardless, and it's not going nowhere. But, you know, I suffered through it. Like right now, I'm suffering through the pain. You know, today it doesn't feel as bad as some days. I stretched before I came out here. I did the best I could. You know, I'm wearing my open back shoes again. Yesterday I was wearing my sneakers, you know. But I do the best I can. I bought expensive sneakers before, thinking they were gonna help me because they're expensive and they're supposed to do so good. And you know how they advertise about, oh, they're so good for your feet. $150 sneakers, and they didn't do no different than the Skechers that I'm wearing right now. Well, not right now, but then I bought those slip-on ones where you don't have to. They're like, they got the foam in the bottom, and they, you know, you don't have to bend down and tie no lace. You don't have to, you know, bend down, put them on. You can stand up, sit down, slip your foot right in there. They're great for that. You know, my foot still hurts in them and everything like that, just like $150 shoes did. You know, and I think I spent like maybe $40 at dang, I can't remember right now. You know, for them, and they're fairly comfortable. But you know, at least they are for as far as shoes that I've bought on my feet. You know, compared to the $150 shoes, you know, I should have just gone and bought those. You know, but you know, where is the name of the place? Anyway, but you know, but people like me, I also have, what do you call it? Tenderfoot. I forgot the name of that. But you know, so like if I step on like cat litter, you know, it feels like I stepped on like a a needle, you know, because my foot is so tender. So it's like it's crazy. It's just a lot, you know. So I'm in pain, but it's like you gotta push through the pain. You gotta push through the pain if you're gonna get anything done. If I'm gonna lose this weight, I'm gonna have to push through the pain, and that's all I can do, you know. That's all I can do. And if you want to lose the weight, you know, no matter how much weight you gotta lose, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta get out there or stay in, walk around the house, your choice. Me personally, I love this Texas weather. It's a beautiful day outside. My wife is probably at the end of the route already, and I'm walking right back to the house. She's so fast, but I love the weather. I love to come outside and enjoy the weather, you know. So I come outside, you know, and it's good. Next thing, let me talk about the canvases. The canvas that I have on another video that I made a unicorn on. You know, 5 and Below. I got those at 5 and Below. It's a 3-pack, $5. Because, you know, I live on a small income. All I live on is the income that I got from the VA, the 60% disabled, which is not a lot, you know. So I get stuff from Walmart, 5 and Below, sometimes at Michael's. And Michael's can be kind of expensive, you know. Sometimes some of the stuff at Walmart, when it comes to artwork stuff, can be expensive too, depending on what you're looking for. But yeah, we were over there at 5 and Below, and they had that 3-pack. It's like 11 by 14, I believe they are, and that's not a bad deal, you know. So I just want you all artists out there to know, if you are on a limited income too, you know, that's one of the places to check out. I mean, $5 for the 3-pack. That's really not too bad. Sometimes I use those paint pens too. Picked up some of those paint pens over there too, because sometimes I get the paint pens from Walmart, but those can be kind of expensive too, because I saw the same paint pens at Walmart. I think they were like $12 or something like that, and they were $5 at 5 and Below. You know, so you know, you shop around. You know, if you're gonna live with an income like that, but you still got to get your art done, try and sell. You know, truthfully, I haven't sold anything yet. You know, but I just started in the game. I've been painting a few years, but I just started in the game trying to sell my work. So I haven't sold anything yet. I got stuff up on Fine Art America on the website, on the page. You can see the link for the Fine Art America, where I got some stuff up there, but I haven't sold anything. And stuff selling in prints and stuff. You know, where they have stuff you can put on your phone case, pillows, stuff like that you can buy from the website and stuff. But so I haven't sold anything on there yet either. But I have some decent paintings, you know. At least I think they're pretty nice. A lot of people, when I take them out to art show, they like them and stuff, but I haven't sold anything yet. But if you're an artist and stuff like this, that's a good place to get some supplies. 5 and Below has some good stuff out there. I almost had the name of that place again. Ross. Yes, Ross. That's what I was trying to say. Ross is a place, a name I was trying to remember. Ross also, every once in a while they have some art supplies too, but that's a good place to shop for stuff. I've found, that's the name of the place where I bought the shoes. Yes, the shoes with the slip your foot in there, Skechers, that I wear every once in a while. Yeah, that's the place I bought the shoes. They don't have a lot of choices for shoes, I don't think, for me anyway. But that's where I bought the shoes. They're real nice and comfortable. And they're better than the one that I bought for $150 a few years ago, you know. But when I visit Ross, you know, Target is too expensive for me, and not a lot of choice for stuff for me. I go to Walmart, you know, and you know, I go to Michael's every once in a while for stuff, but they got a really good supply of stuff, but that stuff be expensive, even on the website, you know. But I'm gonna go ahead and go so I can finish this walk up and go home. But thank y'all for listening and sticking and everything. If y'all have any questions, leave a comment. Don't forget to like and share, and so other people will come on when I come on here and listen. Check out the other videos and stuff. I have other videos on here that have to do with the walking and stuff, with my painting stuff. I have videos with some of the paintings on there and stuff like that. Just have to check them out. But thank you for listening and coming on, and I appreciate you. God God bless y'all, okay?